Hi, Dane here for KMAC Museum's Tiny Art Tales, and we have a special guest. Dum da 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 da. This was a unique and different way to make an entrance.
And do you want to see something weird? It's only gonna be my head. My head just floating.
It's floating in the curtains.
My floating head.
Look, she's balancing on my hand.
Stop it. Stop.
So this week's episode
Just my head, and it's different and weird.
Is about being
different, good, and weird.
And how it's good to be different. So we're going to be starting with looking at a book about a famous artist named Vincent Van Gogh. He was different. He was weird. Nobody painted like him at all. He was amazing. And he broke the mold. So this first book is called Camille and the Sunflowers, kind of based on an interaction or an acquaintance of, they were friends. Why did I say it? So weird. So, where Camille lived, the sunflowers grew so high they looked like real suns. A whole field of burning yellow suns. Every day after school, Camille ran through the sunflowers to meet his father, who was a postman. Together they would lift down the heavy sacks of mail. One day, a strange man arrived in Camille's town. He had a straw hat, a yellow beard, and quick brown eyes. "I am Vincent the Painter," he said, smiling at Camille. Vincent came to live in the yellow house at the end of Camille's street. He had no money and no friends. "Let's try to help him," said Camille's father. So they loaded the cart with pots and pans and furniture for the yellow house. Camille picked a huge bunch of sunflowers for the painter and put them in a big brown pot. Vincent was very pleased to have two good friends. Vincent asked Camille's father if he would like to have his picture painted, dressed in his best blue uniform. "You must sit very still," said Vincent. Camille loved the bright colors Vincent used and the strong smell of paint. As Camille watched, his father's face appeared like magic on the canvas. The picture was strange but very beautiful. Vincent said he would like to paint the whole family. Camille's mother, his big brother, his baby sister. And at last, Camille himself. Camille was very excited. He had never even had his picture taken with a camera. Camille took his painting to school. He wanted everyone to see it. But the other children didn't like the picture. They all began to laugh. This made Camille feel very sad. After school, some of the older children started teasing Vincent. They ran along behind him as he went out to paint. Even the grown-ups joined in. "It's time he got a real job," they said, "instead of playing with paints all day."
And there's one different and weird thing. She has purple lipstick instead, and it's good.
Colors are great. Camille sat for hours watching Vincent's work. It was very hot, but Vincent worked fast. He painted the sunflower fields and even the sun itself. "He is the sunflower man," said Camille to himself. But no matter how hard Vincent worked, he could never sell any of his paintings. "If I had a lot of money," said Camille, "I would like to buy them all." "Thank you, my little friend," laughed Vincent. One afternoon, as Camille and Vincent were coming back from the fields, some of the children from Camille's school were waiting. They shouted at Vincent and threw stones at him. Camille wanted them to stop, but what could he do? He was only a small boy. At last he ran home in tears. "Listen, Camille," said his father. "People often laugh at things that are different. But I've got a feeling that one day they will learn to love Vincent's paintings." They were kind of bullying him, weren't they? They were bullying him, definitely. That's terrible. That night, Camille had a strange dream. He saw Vincent standing in the moonlight, high above the town. Vincent had stuck candles on his hat so that he could see. The sunflower man was painting the stars. Early the next morning, Camille was awakened by a loud knocking at the door. Some men from the town had come to see his father. "Listen, postman," they said. "We want you to give this letter to your friend. It says he must pack up his paints and leave our town." Camille slipped out through the back door. He ran down the street to the yellow house. It seemed very quiet inside. Then Camille saw the sunflowers he had picked for Vincent. They had all dried up and died. Camille felt sadder than ever. Vincent was upstairs packing his bags. He looked very tired, but he smiled at Camille. "Don't be sad," he said. "It's time for me to paint somewhere else now. Perhaps they will like my paintings there. But first, I have something to show you." Vincent lifted down a picture. There were Camille's sunflowers, bigger and brighter than ever. Camille looked at the painting. Then he smiled too. "Goodbye, sunflower man," he whispered, and ran out of the yellow house and into the sunshine. Camille's father was right. People did learn to love Vincent's paintings. Today, you would have to have a lot of money if you wanted to buy one. But now people all over the world go to museums and galleries just to see Vincent's paintings of the yellow house, of Camille and his family, and especially the picture of the sunflowers. So bright and yellow, they look like real suns. And here are some pictures, some other pictures of his work. Here is a tree in bloom.
I bet that's in spring.
What do you say?
I bet it's in spring.
In the spring.
Ah, this fell out.
Some
This
boats.
is
and a
the one
bridge.
that fell out.
Oh yes, there he is with his bandaged ear.
He cut his ear off with a very knife.
Some boats. Yeah. And a field. And there he is going to work. And here, Sylvie, do you want to show them your picture too?
I copied off of this picture. I drew this.
Sylvie was born on his birthday, March 30th. So that's Starry Night.
This is the one. This is a postcard, and this is the one I drew.
So let's sing a song now about stars. Oh, you want to switch? Oh. That's fine. I can switch. Is that good for you? Okay.
sort of out of the picture.
Come closer to me.
I want to sit in the middle, then I sink down.
Okay. Great big stars all up yonder. Great big stars all up yonder. Great big stars all up yonder. All around the world gonna shine, shine. All around the world gonna shine, shine. Sing it with me. Come on, Sylvie. Oh, it's as far as it goes. Well, I'll sing it by myself. Great big stars all up yonder. Great big stars all up yonder. Great big stars all up yonder. All around the world gonna shine, shine. All around the world gonna shine, shine. So Vincent was quite different, wasn't he? He made some very, very bright paintings. He used very, very bright colors. I don't think many people were using such bright colors when he was painting.
This is only my head.
So here's another book about being different. And it's called Goliath, the boy who was different. Ever since I was born, I knew I was different. You want to help me hold this, Sylvie? I wanted to be like everyone else, even though I was much bigger. But after a while, I began to feel like I did not belong. No one else looked like me. I tried to do new things. Maybe I could be a boxer, I thought, since I was big and strong. But no one wanted to be my opponent because I was bigger than them. Maybe the problem was this place, because there was no one here who looked like me. I had to find others who were as big as me. So I went to ask the ocean. It was huge and covered most of the planet. Perhaps it would know where I should go. The ocean tossed me around in its big salty waves and roared loudly, but it did not have any answers for me. So I went to ask the sun. It was huge and ancient. It could see the whole universe. Surely the sun must know everything. Maybe it could tell me where I belonged. The sun warmed my face with its rays, but it did not answer me. I was met with silence. I felt small and even more lonely. I walked and walked, and it grew dark. Was there really no one who could help me? But then suddenly, I heard a voice from high above. The moon said, "Goliath, look at me. I am smaller than the sun, and I'm bigger than the ocean, but it does not matter, because there is no one else like me. So why does it matter to you if you are big or small?" I thought long and hard, and then I realized the moon was right. It made no difference at all if I was big or small. Whoever was looking at me would never see me the same way. At last, I understood. I didn't need to find others as big as me. There was no one like me, and I belonged here, exactly the way I was. We are all different. And no matter what we look like, we are all special. That's a lovely book by Zemo Abadia called Goliath. So that brings me to a little song
That she made up.
that I made up. There's no one like you, there's no one like me. We each are our own, as different as can be. We're not the same, and that's something good, for we are unique in this world's neighborhood. So don't try to hide, oh, though you may feel like you don't belong. Know that you are real, and difference makes us strong. So don't try to hide, just let your light shine. Your difference is needed to help humankind. Your difference is needed to help humankind. So it's good to be different. Let your light shine. And we'll see you next week for KMAC Tiny Art Tales. KMAC Museum's Tiny Art Tales. Finally got it.